to join this amazing energy. And if you're not new, welcome home. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into your connection and see what's going on with your person. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'll be pulling from this deck to tap into how your person is currently feeling, how they're viewing you on the connection, and any important messages they have for you at this time. Okay, so the first card I'm getting here is the High Priestess. And with that, I'm immediately hearing, "You caught me off guard." This card is all about deep intuition, hidden knowledge, and the mysterious power of the divine feminine. And that's exactly the energy you're embodying right now. There's this overwhelming surge of feminine energy that's radiating from you. And I feel like your divine masculine has definitely experienced this before. This isn't just a one-time thing. It's almost as if every time they think they understand you, you surprise them again. Your energy is magnetic. And it's almost like you walk into a room and shift the atmosphere without even needing to say a word. The High Priestess holds the mysteries, and that's exactly what your presence feels like to them. Like you're this powerful force they can't quite pin down, and it keeps them on their toes. They're drawn to your energy, but at the same time, it leaves them feeling unsettled, unsure of how to navigate your depths. It's as if they're constantly trying to figure you out, but the more they try, the more layers they discover. And I'm getting the sense, Divine Feminine, that your aura is incredibly powerful, almost like you have this deep spiritual knowing that goes straight to the heart of those around you, especially your Divine Masculine. It's as if your presence alone can pierce right through the surface and reach the very core of their being. Every time you pick up on something, whether it's their emotions, thoughts, or hidden feelings, it's like your whole energy shifts, and they can feel that. It's almost as if your intuition is so finely tuned, you're like a mirror reflecting the soul back to them, leaving them vulnerable and seen in ways they never expected. Alright, and also, I'm hearing that there's no hiding it. They can read everything, your face, your energy, the vibe you're putting out. I'm picking up on a masculine energy that's pulled back a bit. And this seems to be their natural reaction whenever you do something that surprises them or shifts the energy between you. It's almost like they need to retreat for a moment to really process, to see things from a clearer or higher perspective. So if you're noticing that your person feels a bit distant, maybe they're not as talkative or as involved in the connection right now, it's because they're trying to read you. They're in this space of observation, attempting to understand what's going on with you. But what I'm really getting is that this is difficult for them because your spiritual gifts are so strong. It's like trying to read a moving current. Your energy is so layered and deep, it's hard for them to grasp all at once. I'm sensing that you don't always openly share everything you pick up on, but there's this subtle way you integrate the knowledge and insights you receive, almost effortlessly. Your person is observing this in real time, and it's like they're witnessing how you move through this energy without saying too much. Whether you realize it or not, you've done something recently that has really taken your Divine Masculine by surprise. It's caused them to pull back, to step away just a bit, so they can get a clearer understanding of what's happening. Now, I don't feel like this is a permanent break or anything like that. This isn't separation in the way you might think. It feels more like something your person sees as necessary for right now, like a pause to gain perspective. And it's very intentional. This distance is serving a purpose, allowing them to reflect and better understand the dynamic between you. Okay, and I'm getting something else here. I'm hearing, you changed everything. Wow, okay. So the next message coming through is all about how your energy has completely shifted the course for your divine masculine. Divine feminine, you're connected to someone who is very, very intentional when it comes to love. I'm picking up on a masculine energy that had a plan, almost like they came into this connection with you expecting things to unfold in a very specific way. Their energy feels so strategic, like they had it all mapped out, right down to the timing, the stages of the relationship, how things would progress. But you've completely shifted all of that. This masculine energy is someone who bases their approach to love and connection on everything they've been through in their past. They might have come into this with a lot of preconceived ideas, maybe even judgments about you. But as you've started to open up, revealing the full depth of who you are, they've been completely taken aback. There's this level of authenticity you're standing in right now that they didn't expect, and it's shaking up everything they thought they knew. I feel like a big part of this is tied to your spirituality, your intuitive gifts, and just the way you live your life with such intention. Your aura is incredibly powerful, and it's almost like they couldn't fully grasp that when they first met you. But now, as they see more of your truth, it's like a wave crashing against the shore, unavoidable and undeniable, leaving a lasting impression. You've changed the entire dynamic of what they thought this connection would be. Alright, so anytime the divine feminine starts to emanate a certain aura, or truly stand in her power, the energy naturally shifts in any environment she steps into. And what I'm feeling here is that you're actively shifting the dynamic of your connection, whether you realize it or not. There's a powerful shift happening, and you are at the center of it. Your energy is so potent right now, so intense, that it's catching your divine masculine completely off guard. It's almost as if they're watching you transform right before their eyes, seeing you evolve into a more empowered version of yourself. The more they pull back, the clearer they're able to see you. And that's what's so intriguing about this dynamic. It's like they needed this distance to truly grasp your essence. Now, this isn't to say that you entered this connection wearing a mask or hiding who you are at a soul level. But as you've healed, as you've gone deeper within, you've unlocked a new level of power that's radiating from you, and it's making you shine brighter than ever. Alright, so I'm picking up that you're very, very different from what they're used to, different from their usual type. I'm hearing that their usual type may be someone with certain physical traits, like maybe blonde hair, or someone who's quieter, perhaps more introverted. They may typically be drawn to a feminine energy that's more predictable, someone who doesn't shake things up too much. But with you, you're showing them something completely different, something outside the box they're used to, and it's catching them off guard. Whatever you're bringing to the table right now, whether it's your intellect, your spirituality, or just the way you carry yourself, it's so different from who they thought you were when they first connected with you. And I feel like they're reacting to this in real time. So if you've noticed them pulling back or acting a little bit reserved, It's because they're trying to make sense of this shift. They might even be asking you more questions, trying to figure out where you are on your journey. It's like they're fishing for information, trying to understand who you've become. They're really curious, trying to get inside your mind, wanting to know what you're thinking, how you're viewing the connection, and maybe even how you're seeing them now. What's really happening is you're shifting the dynamic between you at a rapid pace, and you might not even realize it. They might be feeling like you aren't fully aware of the changes you're making, and that's why they're paying extra close attention. They're analyzing your words, your actions, trying to gather as much information as possible because deep down, they're wondering where this connection is headed. You're changing the rules of the game, and they're trying to keep up with the direction you're leading them. Divine Feminine, the energy I'm picking up on right now is incredibly potent, and it's so rare, so unique. This connection feels like something you don't come across often, and what's so intriguing is that you may not even fully grasp the powerful effect you're having on your divine masculine at this moment. It's almost as if you've thrown them into this whirlwind of emotions. They're feeling nervous, yet excited, like they're sitting on the edge of their seat, completely captivated by you and everything you're doing. Now let's tune into the next message. Wow, the message that's coming through here is, you're mine. If you've been wondering what's stirring beneath the surface, this is it. Your divine masculine is having an intense, almost visceral reaction to your energy. I'm sensing you can probably feel it too. It's like this undercurrent between you both. This unspoken connection that just clicks when the energy gets heightened. And this is where things get even more interesting. Your masculine is sending you a very clear, direct message. They're starting to feel extremely protective, almost possessive of you. It's this deep, primal feeling of no one else can have you. They're feeling this overwhelming need to claim you, not in a restrictive way, but in a way that says, you're the one, and I don't want anyone else coming near this connection. It's as if your energy has activated something deep within them, a level of intensity they may not have even known they were capable of feeling. And it's your energy, your power, your presence that's brought this out in them. You've shifted the dynamic so much that it's like they're seeing you through an entirely different lens now. And the more they feel this, the stronger their desire to make sure no one else gets close to you. Since you're currently at a distance, or because they've withdrawn their energy a bit, this situation extends far beyond just the physical. It's about how your person is feeling about you on an energetic level. If they were to be completely honest, they feel such a strong urge right now that they wish they could somehow limit the amount of access others have to you. This is all tied to the energy you're giving off or what you're revealing to them. In their eyes, there's something unmistakable about you, something that makes you stand out and be highly desired. They feel this intense impulsiveness because they realize this is something you can't control. It's simply a part of who you are. They've noticed how others respond to you. As I mentioned before, this person has been observing you closely, but they're also paying attention to how others interact with you. Deep down, this masculine energy has always been somewhat possessive over your energy, but now it's amplified because you're shifting and evolving energetically. It's as if they want to shield a certain part of who you are seeing it as something incredibly attractive and highly desirable. Alright, so the card I'm getting here is the Emperor. This card is all about structure, stability, and protection. And there's this undeniable energy of fierce protection coming through. Divine Feminine, I feel like you can sense this. It's almost as if your Divine Masculine is being driven by this deep need to mark their territory when it comes to you. Now I know that might sound intense, but the energy is crystal clear. There's something about you that makes them feel like they need to claim what's theirs. There's this rare quality you possess, something that makes you stand out in a way that's impossible to ignore. It's not just your presence, it's your entire aura that draws attention like a magnet. And your masculine is fully aware of how unique and special you are. They know others can see it too, and that's where this strong sense of protection is coming from. It's not just pride, it's almost instinctual, as if they can't help but feel this overwhelming desire to shield you to make sure no one else gets too close. Alright, so this is why you might be feeling this sense of impulsive energy. And it's really coming from your Divine Masculine. Even if there's some distance between you, whether physical or emotional, they're keeping a close eye on you. This could be happening on an energetic level too, depending on where your connection currently stands. But right now, your masculine is experiencing a whirlwind of emotions. Whatever you're doing is stirring something deep within them, and it's not just affecting them, it's also catching the attention of people around you. This could be connected to your spirituality or simply to the powerful essence you carry. You may be someone who naturally attracts attention, both because of your energy and your physical presence. You could be that feminine energy that others can't help but notice. Someone who naturally draws people in. But whatever it is, Divine Feminine, you've got your person's full attention right now. They're feeling incredibly protective of you and your energy because they can sense how magnetic you are, and they're not the only ones who've noticed. This is triggering something in them that makes them want to guard this connection more fiercely than ever. Alright, so the card I'm pulling here next is the Seven of Swords. Now, traditionally, this card is often associated with strategy, secrecy, and sometimes feeling exposed. What I'm sensing here is that your Divine Masculine is feeling vulnerable, like they've been seen in a way they didn't expect. The Seven of Swords also brings this energy of someone trying to keep their cards close to their chest. But you, Divine Feminine, have this ability to see right through the facade. It's like no matter how much they try to hide, you figured them out, and that's where this tension is coming from. Okay, and now I'm hearing, you figured me out. There's something very lighthearted about this energy too, though. I feel like even though you're an intense and powerful Divine Feminine, pulling on your person's strings in ways you may not even realize, there's a certain playful undertone to how this is unfolding. Your masculine is projecting a lot of their own emotions onto you, and this card is showing that it's not so much about what you've done, but more about how they're reacting to being seen so clearly. This is where their concern about your accessibility comes in. Who's around you, who's noticing you, who's in your energy field. They're feeling a bit exposed, and it's making them hyper aware of the people and energies around you. This is very much tied to your personal journey and your aura. You might not even realize how magnetic and captivating your energy is right now, but your Divine Masculine feels like you've completely figured them out. And that feeling is stirring up both a sense of vulnerability and a need to protect this connection. What's really interesting about this energy is that it has nothing to do with how you're presenting yourself or how you're treating your divine masculine. This is all about what's happening within them, how they truly feel about feminine energy. I'm sensing they carry some very intense emotions, thoughts, and even judgments when it comes to feminine energy as a whole. Coming into this connection, they may have unconsciously projected those feelings onto you, but the longer they stay in your presence, the more you're shattering those preconceived ideas they held. Each day, you're showing them a new reality, breaking down the myths they believe. This masculine is realizing that you are the perfect balance, a force of both feminine and masculine energy within you, and it's completely transforming how they see you. They may have entered this connection with the belief that most feminine energy is unbalanced, maybe even performative, like something that's acted out rather than being. This is really touching on the collective energy of the time we're living in, where femininity is often packaged as something you do, rather than something you are. But your divine masculine can sense the difference. So, if you're wondering what you're doing to evoke these strong feelings, it's because you're embodying the perfect harmony of feminine and masculine energy. It's like watching a rare flower bloom in the desert, completely unexpected, yet impossible to ignore. Divine Feminine, you're likely going through your own awakening right now. You've probably been called to dive deep into your inner work recently, and this shift within you is unlocking something in them. Your elevation, this powerful energy you're emanating, is triggering them in ways no other feminine energy ever has. They're starting to realize, whether consciously or not, that you are the embodiment of both energies, the balance they've been searching for but never expected to find. You figured them out on a level no one else could, and that's something they can't shake. Alright, so if you're wondering how your energy is showing up to the people around you, not just your divine masculine, but everyone in your life, there's something undeniably powerful about the way you move through the world. You have this innate ability to lead your life in a way that activates the divinity in others. It's not just your masculine who feels this, but anyone who comes into your space. Your energy is so balanced, so aligned, that it has the power to awaken masculine energy wherever it goes. And this is exactly why your divine masculine feels so protective, so territorial. They sense this. It's not just something you project, it's who you are. When people come into contact with you, they feel it. Your aura speaks for itself, and it's something you simply cannot hide. If your person could be completely honest with you, they would tell you that this is the very quality that makes you stand out from everyone else. This masculine has definitely put you on a pedestal, divine feminine, and for a long time, they've been trying to figure out what it is that sets you apart. Now they're beginning to realize it's the balance within you. This balance of feminine and masculine energy doesn't just make you unique, it actually enhances your femininity. It's like you embody the divine feminine energy in a way that is so complete, so whole, that it radiates through your aura and even amplifies your beauty. Many feminine energies are still in search of this balance, still trying to find that harmony, but you've either been born with this rare gift or cultivated it over time through your own experiences and the masculine influences in your life. You know that this harmony comes from within, and that understanding is what makes you truly magnetic. Your person sees this, feels this, and it's what makes them so drawn to you, but also why they feel the need to keep you close, to protect what feels so sacred. Alright, so this is exactly what your person is sensing right now. I'm getting that they've pulled back their energy a bit before coming forward to you, almost as if they need time to process everything they're feeling. It's not something they can easily put into words, and it might not even be something they're ready to say out loud. But the energy, the connection, is undeniable. It's something so deep that it can't be ignored. You could compare it to your masculine awakening their own feminine energy in the process, where they're learning to embrace gentleness and nurturing alongside their strength. This balancing of energies is what's really elevating your connection to a new level. Your person is starting to feel truly seen and understood, and that's leading them to realize, consciously or not, that you are the divine feminine. It's a powerful awakening for them, but they may have an interesting way of dealing with it. I feel like this masculine might take time to process their emotions, maybe out of fear of saying the wrong thing or approaching you in a way that doesn't do justice to the magnitude of your energy. But make no mistake, they are definitely being drawn closer to you, and they're feeling deeply inspired by this energy you're radiating. Okay, I'm gonna reshuffle and draw the next card now. Alright, the card I'm pulling here is the Lovers. Wow, this card speaks to deep divine union, a balance between choices and connection on a soul level. It's not just about love, but about finding harmony within, balancing the masculine and feminine energies in a way that brings everything into alignment. The Lovers card is all about choosing each other fully, but also embracing the vulnerability that comes with that choice. And I'm hearing the words, "Tell me what you need." This awakening your person is experiencing, this realization of the depth of your connection, is really opening up a new path for you both. It's as though their heart space is being unlocked in a way it never has before. They're beginning to lean into this divine balance of energies, embracing both the masculine and feminine within themselves, which is such a powerful transformation for them. This is a masculine energy that's been through extremes in love. They know that love can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it opens you up, opens your heart space, invites intimacy, and allows you to be seen in ways that are so raw and vulnerable. But on the other hand, it gives someone the tools to hurt you deeply. I'm sensing that this theme has played out in your connection before. It's like your masculine has been on the edge of fully opening up to you, wanting to dive deeper and connect on a more intimate level, because they feel how intuitive and in tune you are. But there's always that hesitation, that underlying fear of how much they should reveal, how much of their heart they can safely offer. Divine Feminine, I feel like you've been sensing this too, this push and pull within the connection. You both are aware of how powerful this love can be, but with that power comes the risk of being truly vulnerable. But with the Lovers card, I'm getting the sense that your masculine is now ready to make that choice, to lean into the connection fully, and they're looking to you to guide them by telling them exactly what you need. Now, I feel like your person is starting to see you through a completely new lens. They're recognizing you as this awakened feminine energy, someone who carries a divine balance that they hadn't fully noticed before. And as they begin to see you in this way, They're leaning into that balance within themselves as well. This shift is tied to how you carry yourself, Divine Feminine. Even during moments of separation, when your person might pull back their energy, you don't shrink. You stand tall, grounded in your power. You continue to move forward, take action, and handle your life with grace. That's the awakened masculine energy within you, and it's something that never wavers. This kind of strength is incredibly attractive in feminine energy. You're not performing femininity, you're embodying it. It's not about how you present yourself externally, like your makeup or appearance. It's about the divine balance of energies that you naturally possess. This balance is something rare, something most awakened masculine energies are searching for, even if they can't put it into words. It's a feeling that draws them in, that stirs something protective within them. They want to keep you close, to protect what they see as sacred, because they know others will recognize this same rare quality in you. This is why your person reacts to you the way they do. It's deeply innate. They may not fully understand it, but they can feel it. And now, your masculine is starting to lean into their own awakened feminine energy, feeling drawn to support and nurture you. I'm also hearing the word pleaser, which means you're likely connected to someone who, at their core, is truly a pleaser. You bring this out in them in ways they may not even realize. When they come back into your energy, there's going to be a sacred exchange between you two, where you both will truly see each other for who you've become. This is a moment of deep recognition, of truly understanding the divine connection you share. Okay, Divine Feminine, I'm going to reshuffle and draw one last card now. Let's see what message comes through. The card I'm pulling is the Hierophant. Wow, this is powerful. The Hierophant is all about higher learning, spiritual growth, and commitment, and I feel like this reflects exactly where your connection is headed. There's an energy of something higher, a next level unfolding, and it's tied to deeper understanding and commitment between you and your divine masculine. And now I'm hearing, I've never done this for anyone. This connection is moving into a space that neither of you may have experienced before. The energy is lifting higher, and I strongly sense that a higher level of commitment is on the horizon. You might be feeling a bit uncertain right now, trying to figure out what your person is thinking or what they're up to. Their energy feels strategic, almost unreadable at times, but trust that they're watching you closely, taking everything in. This masculine energy is preparing to make you an offer, Divine Feminine. They've been going through their own process of elimination, whether consciously or unconsciously, figuring out what love truly means to them. They may not have always known what they wanted, but they were crystal clear on what they didn't want. This created a sort of inverted energy as they sought out love in their past. You may have felt this in the early stages of your connection, where they seemed hard to read and their emotions were difficult to navigate. But throughout your journey together, there have been moments, through conversations, shared energy, or even silent understanding, where both of you have been able to tap into the soul space. This is where the depth of your connection lies, and as you both continue to align, the path forward is becoming clearer. They've never been this close to making such a meaningful, soul-driven commitment to anyone before, and now they're ready to take that leap with you. Your connection is intensifying in a way you've never experienced before. I strongly feel that your person is on the verge of making a move that they've never made with anyone else. They're about to do something completely unique in this connection, something they've never felt compelled to do in the past. And it's because they recognize that you are the missing piece, divine feminine. There's this undeniable sense that they don't want anyone else to have the kind of access to you that they feel is reserved for them alone. While it might seem impulsive, there's a deeply strategic energy behind it. They've taken their time, sat back, and carefully assessed your energy, observing things they didn't notice initially. This isn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision. It's something they've thought about for a while. They've considered all the factors and realized that you are the person they want to offer something they've never given to anyone else. This move, this offer, is a reflection of how deeply they value and cherish you. I think this is beautiful, divine feminine, and a perfect place to close the reading. Your person's energy is aligning with yours, and this upcoming gesture will not only be meaningful, but transformative for your connection. Stay open and receptive, because what's about to unfold will elevate your relationship in ways you may not have even imagined. This is a moment of sacred alignment, and it's going to be powerful.